One of the questions that I'm often asked, will this fit into our culture? Sometimes people mean their company culture. Sometimes they mean their national culture. I've just been talking to a Korean who asked me, I'm working in Singapore. Do you think this will fit into the Asian culture? After all, the idea of self-managing, self-governing doesn't seem to fit the very deferential, hierarchical, respect for elders aspect of the Asian culture. And my answer is typically that everything that we're doing around peer-to-peer coaching, the evolutesix dojos, or the work we do helping companies bring in self-managing, self-governing structures and processes, everything we're doing bringing the two together so that companies are not only self-governing with all of the staff managing themselves, governing their work, but simultaneously all of the staff are engaged in deliberately developmental processes, helping each other grow on a peer-to-peer basis. All of this does fit in all cultures. Of course, with some cultures, you might start over here and gradually, bit by bit, bring in everything. Over here might be something that initially looks quite hierarchical and is very much working off the cultural strengths. Another culture might start over here and again working off the cultural strengths. If I think of a culture that is very much peer-to-peer already, you may well start off with the peer-to-peer development program across different levels from CEO all the way down. If you're working with a culture where respect for the older people in the organization, respect for the bosses, where losing face is critical, you may well start doing peer-to-peer coaching with the leadership team. And once the entire board has all fully bought into it and taken it on, then you might slowly start to roll it down where the leaders are setting the example. Now, that's often a good way of doing it in any country, whatever the culture. Equally, if this is something where, if I think of Japan, for example, when I was working in Japan, people would not leave the office until the last person had finished their work. And this is people who were within a working team. For example, all of the staff in the secretarial office would not leave until the last one had finished their work for the day. What that means is they're already working very much the way a sociocratic circle works. They're working very much the way a peer-to-peer dojo program works. And so you can very easily train them in these peer-to-peer support methods because they're already fully engaged in a peer-to-peer support process. What I've found is that these ways of working, they fit very naturally in all cultures. You just need to find the most appropriate starting point. A starting point that is already familiar in that culture because it's part of the culture, and slowly grow from there.